Hey, what's up, everybody? How about that? Second time this week, second time this month, second time this year, second time since my birthday, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It was probably barely funny the first time, and the second time it's just a silly dad joke. But in fact, I did just finish my second workout on this restart or recovery. You might be wondering about the background here. Well, I did just finish. I'm still at the gym, so this is the dressing room. I know you're usually not supposed to record or take pictures in the dressing room, but because of the hour, I'm the last person in the gym right now. There's nobody in the dressing room, so I thought this would be okay. I don't really have anything spectacular or exciting to say about my second workout. It's really kind of boring, a lot of easy stuff. But I just wanted to maybe share some of my thoughts about coming back. And, you know, after some of the tribulations and some of the health challenges that I've had over the years, you know, I just have to always maintain a positive attitude and be very optimistic. And so even in the scenario that I'm in now, I found some optimism, some tips to share with you. So I thought it might be a little fun to share those with you. About coming back, I have to say, for me, it feels good. But even after a time off, 5 months this past time, a whole year back after COVID, whether it's for me, someone who enjoys working out, or anybody who wants to get started, getting started is the first part. For the past 4 or 5 months, I kept wondering, when can I go back? Now, okay, medically, I probably wasn't cleared for about 2 months to do any exercise anyways. But even then, I was like, okay, next week. No, maybe next month. Okay, maybe I have this thing coming up. Maybe I should do it after that. And then finally, I just said, oh, I got to put a date on the calendar and do it. And so here I am. But I want to say, even for someone who's been doing this for a long time, getting back and starting again is sometimes hard. So let me go through my optimistic list. Things that are actually good about starting over or starting in general. And that is, I have to start really easy. And that means I'm not doing a lot of sets. I think today on my main movements, I did 2 sets per movement. On the few accessories and isolations that I did, 3 sets. So what's the tip there? What's the plus? Fewer sets means my workouts take less time. It's just faster. And actually, in a way, that feels pretty good. Okay, now there's 2 that are kind of related. Maybe you wouldn't normally think about these, but because I'm really just beginning right now, I can design my program to not do squats and deadlifts in the same workout. And maybe that doesn't sound like a big deal, but I'm someone who normally comes to the gym with a huge duffel bag, which looks like I'm going on an overnight trip or something. And if I don't have to squat and deadlift in the same workout, I only have to bring 1 set of shoes with me. And so my gym bag is much smaller because of that. Now, that also relates to another plus about starting all over. Because the weights are so light, I'm just getting started. I'm getting my body used to it all over again. I don't know how strong or how weak I am, but I need to redevelop my muscles. I need to redevelop my nervous system, my connective tissue. I want to progressively load up my joints and mentally get used to lifting heavy weights again. So what that means is I don't need to bring any of my raw powerlifting equipment to the gym. So no belt, no sleeves. I don't need to hold a heavy bar on my back, so no wraps for my wrist. And it's a good time to build up my grip again and try the hook grip, so no straps. Because of my mobility, I still bring my squat shoes, with the workout that I did squats. But again, less stuff to bring to the gym. And again, my duffel bag is quite light. All right, and another plus, kind of related to the first one. Because I'm starting all over, because I'm very careful, I don't know how strong or how weak I really am right now. And so just to be safe, I first say this is always something really, really easy that I know I can do. I'm not really pushing myself right now. And that means if I'm not lifting heavy weights, there's less fatigue. I'm someone that works out at the end of the day. I typically get to the gym at about 8 o'clock in the evening to start warming up. And if I'm healthy and going along my normal program, workouts can usually take 2 hours. So I'm finishing up at 10, 10:30 after a shower and stuff. And then I'm just wrecked. It's even hard to fall asleep because I'm so like fatigued. But I don't have that feeling now. As you can see, I feel quite fresh. So that's another plus about starting off. And that brings me to my last tip of optimism about starting a new program. Just again, maintaining an overall positive attitude. When you're at the bottom like this, when you're starting all over, there's nowhere to go but up. You can only get better from here. When I reflect after COVID, and the year that I took off, and the condition that COVID left me in, I was 90 kilos before COVID, and 60 kilos after COVID, and I couldn't walk, and couldn't get out of bed. I had to take a year off from the gym. But eventually, after 2.5 years, I got to a point where I was looking lifetime PRs again. And it's just, the day in, day out, sticking with it, the discipline, following a smart program, following for strength training and powerlifting. So I know what it takes, and I can do it. I've done it before. And so that's one of the positive things to look forward to at this point at the bottom. It can only get better. If I can put in the work, which I know that I can, that I will get there eventually back to the levels that I had. And I don't have any competitions in mind at this point, but maybe getting back to national competitions at the Masters 3 level. All right, let's wrap this up. I said I was the only person in the locker room, and just as I was recording the last segment, somebody walked in, so I had to get out. Anyways, that's it. Number 2 is in the books. Will I do something for number 3? I don't know. Maybe next week I'll start recording some sets again, and maybe share those with you so you can have a laugh at how little the weight it is or something. But anyways, hey, thanks for following along. Hope you're all well. Peace.